All right, welcome back to the 2025 SEC Baseball Tournament, Game 10, post-game press conference. We're joined by the Vanderbilt Commodores, represented by head coach Tim Corbin, along with center fielder R.J. Austin and pitcher JD Thompson. In a moment, Coach will give, in a moment we'll go straight to the players. Okay, Coach won't give an opening statement, and then we'll take questions for them. So if you have a question for the players, please raise your hand. Let's start in the back right.
Mitch Davis, MitchDavisShow.com. Let's see, for either one of you, what is the message to your teammates now that you play Tennessee to focus on just baseball and not focusing on one of the best rivalries in college baseball?
Yeah, I could start with that. Kind of going off, the last time we played them, just kind of keeping the emotions intact. We know what kind of game it's going to be. It's always going to be a good game with those guys, but kind of just staying with ourselves and not try to let certain situations get the best of us or let emotions kind of get too high. I think we just keep playing the ball that we're playing. Pitchers giving us innings and the hitters are banging like they are right now, then I know we have a pretty good chance.
In the back left.
Joe Gaither, Vanderbilt Commodores on SI for JD. You nearly double your strikeout total against Oklahoma from April. Just what was working for you tonight?
I think the biggest thing for me going off that last outing I had against them was just get in the zone. Don't give them free bases. Kind of set the tone early, just beating them early with the fastball. Curveball was working really well for me. So with that combo, I knew I had a pretty good chance today. Filling it up, I knew some got away from me, but I'm not scared to pitch in traffic. I know how to take care of it, and I know I got a great defense behind me to help me out. But for the biggest thing is just getting ahead with it and then being able to execute and put away guys.
On the right side, second row.
For both of you, but RJ first, I know there was the players-only meeting that you mentioned last time you played Oklahoma on Saturday. Just you guys are 2-0 against them since that meeting. Like, how fulfilling is it to see that?
I mean, it's great to see. I mean, at the end of the day, like, no matter how it happens, we got together as a team and we knew what we had to do. We got on the same page as the coaches, got the same page as the pitchers and the hitters. And at the end of the day, we just knew we had to work together to go win. So we just keep the message the same, just keep getting better and better every game, every day, and treating those off days like days to get better because once we get to June, we got to be really good to go out there and win.
In the center of the room.
Yeah, JD, what was kind of the key for your whole pitching staff tonight, racking up the 17 strikeouts?
Just keep doing like we do every single week. Just go out there, fill up the zone. We understand we have some of the best stuff in the country, and I have no problem at all handing the ball off to anybody in that bullpen. I have all the trust in the world with every single one of those guys because we have elite stuff, and you just have to have that sort of confidence and trust as soon as you get on the mound. And right now, they definitely do.
In the second row.
RJ, Matt Talverney from World Baseball Network. How do you just feel about your approaches today in your two at-bats of just being a true catalyst to your offense with getting those runs across?
I was trying to be just as clear as possible. Just go up there and trying to, put a good swing on the ball, look for a good pitch, try to not swing out the zone too much, and just go up there and free mind and just be myself and go out there and have fun. Because at the end of the day, like I'm competing against a pitcher one-on-one, and that's what I had to do. So, good thing that happened out the way we wanted to.
All right, two more for the players on the right side, fourth row.
Mitch Davis, MitchDavisShow.com. Guys, obviously Vanderbilt has a lot of success here in Hoover, and it's a very special tournament for the Vandy boys. Talk about that and what it means to y'all to put on the pinstripes and play for Vanderbilt, especially in this building.
I think for us it's just another opportunity to compete against really, really good teams. We don't take this tournament lightly. We're here to win this. We're not worried about what's happening next week. We're kind of just staying present with what's going on this week, and we understand we have some good competition coming up. So right now we're just trying to handle business and win some games now.
All right, last one on the right, second row.
RJ, you're on a 6-game hitting streak. Do you feel like things are starting to maybe click for you a little bit more offensively than they did earlier in the year?
Yeah, for sure. Just going out there trying to have a better approach. Just doing what the coaches asked me to do, changing a little bit of things approach-wise, and just going up there and being myself. I know I'm a player that wants to win, so I have to do what I have to do, and that's getting better. So I just want to get better every day, and that's really the only thing I'm focused on right now.
All right, RJ and JD, thanks for your time today. Congratulations. We'll see you all again Saturday.
Thank you all so much. Thank you.
All right, if there are questions for Coach, please raise your hand. We'll get to you on the left side.
Coach, Matt Talverney from World Baseball Network. How do you just feel about your pitching staff and how Mac, pretty much helped you guys out tonight behind the plate?
Yeah, Max stepped in well for us. Colin had some type of food poisoning before the game, so we tried to extend that amount of rest, and that game going into extra innings, we thought we could buy some time, but Max stepped in, took his place, did a nice job. And outside of that, I mean, the pitching staff, they've just been consistent all year. They really have. They've done a nice job of, from the time that we started to right now, there hasn't been a lot of dips in what they've done. To JD's point, regardless of who you put out there, they've been very consistent in filling up the strike zone and attacking hitters.
Next for Coach on the second row on the right.
How much does it help you when R.J. Austin's doing what he's done the last couple weeks?
He needs to. He's a good player. But, yeah, I mean, I think him and, you know, the rest of the group, they've all been consistent here over the last month and a half. But RJ is a very competitive young man, and this time of year, you always feel like he's going to play well. So had a nice game tonight, and, yeah.
Third row on the right.
Jacob Renner, Baseball America. Coach, how have you seen this team kind of mold into its own offensively and start to play towards its identity the way it has the last couple weeks?
And just time. Yeah, you know, I mean, Ari's right in front of me, and I can remember telling her a couple months ago that in time this offense will start to grow. Hit a lot of young players with not a lot of college at-bats. It's an old league, especially in the SEC. So guys like Rigdon and Johnston and Holcomb and, you know, even Mancini. We've just had some younger guys that have developed along the way, and their identity as an offense is starting to grow too. I think we certainly have run more towards the end of the season. We've used the backside of the ball field well from both sides, done a better job with 2 strikes. I think the approaches have been cleaner. We've done a nice job of separating balls and strikes at the plate, so that part's been good.
Toward the back of the room on the right.
Jack Longshot, D1 Baseball. Coach, this group looks so bought in. They're playing with so much joy. How much fun is it to coach this group?
It's fun to coach winning baseball. So if we're winning, yeah, it's fun. But I think for them, they've just grown as the season has gone on. You know, you bring up a meeting, but, you know, it's not just one meeting. It's just a cluster of days. It's time. You know, everyone wants to write up a storyline of that magic moment. There's no magic moments. It's just getting out there every day and just staying very intentional with what you're doing and not taking your foot off the brake. It is, you know, those days outside of the games matter. Tuesdays matter. Non-conference baseball matters. Everything matters. And our season's a sprint. It can go 65, 67, maybe 70 games if you're fortunate. But if you're going to get everything out of your group that you can, then what you're doing right now at this moment matters the most. And that's what we've tried to talk about. You know, the tournament, there's so much money and there's so much pomp and circumstance with this, and we're very grateful to be involved in this tournament, and it'll always be high on our list. But it's a goal, like everything else. Once you get beyond it, then there's another goal beyond that. But we really want to play well here.
On the right side, fourth row.
Coach Mitch Davis at MitchDavisShow.com. And I do want to ask you about your culture. I mean, when you see the black and gold out there on a baseball diamond, especially in this month, I know this is sustained success and everything, but can you talk about this culture of your program? I mean, I've watched it develop over years, but what does that mean to you now that, you know, you've built this program into what it is?
Yeah, it's taken time. I mean, it's 23 years. I mean, it was, you know, it's turning around a cruise ship, not a jet ski. You know, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. There was some lean years in there, and we were winning, but, you know, we did a lot with a less early, and then we just started to build some momentum. 2004 was probably the year that did that. Got more yeses from a recruiting standpoint. And as time went on. I mean, you just try to create the right environment every single year. Culture's over time. Culture's not one of those things that developed in 1 or 2 years. It's a cluster of time, and it's a lot of people that throw a lot of energy into it, coaches, players. But, we're just very fortunate that we've been this consistent over time. We don't take anything for granted. And the time allotment to put together this team this year is just as much as it was going back to 2003. There's no difference. I think you as a coach and the staff member, if you take your foot off the brake or gas, then you're going to feel it. It's going to back up on you. You can't do that. So it's fun, but it demands a lot of time and energy and sacrifice.
We have time for 2 more on the right.
JD's had a few runners on with 1 out in the 4th inning, but got out of it. Is that something that maybe he couldn't have done a year or 2 ago, or is he more equipped to do that now that he's an older guy?
Well, I think he's more equipped. I think he's been in those situations before, and some of them are self-induced. The 4th inning was, they were a hit away from changing that scoreboard really quick, both in the 4th inning and the 8th inning. That could have gone either way. We were fortunate. Sawyer pitched out of that one. But your question, JD's done a nice job of doing that. He got himself in that hole, and he got himself out of it, which is good. He created it, so he needed to clean it up, and he did. But he's done more of that this year than years past.
Any more for Coach? If not, Coach, thanks for your time. We'll see you Saturday.
Thanks, gang.